Hi Scorpio, welcome to the new moon in Cancer reading for beginning July 5th and 6th, 2024, and it runs for about a 2-week period. New moons bring in new cycles. You have, for the direction that this reading is going in, is the number 7, joyous fun. However, it was reversed. So I will read you the reversed, or I will summarize rather the reversed. It does mean happiness every day. So I don't think it's as bad as it seems reversed, but it can be a bit of a less joyous time for you. There may be something that's kind of weighing you down. And it's actually time to bring some happiness back into your life. So it's not that you're not going to have any fun. You may just be coming out of a period of having some heavier moments, I would say. Maybe you've kind of been in a negative rut, or there may have been a difficult situation that you've kind of been stuck in for a bit. But it's kind of a time to remember that the joy is always within, right? You don't have to look externally for anything. So if you're working on a goal that's kind of turned into sort of a chore, it's time to reevaluate things. So whatever you're dealing with, you don't have to be unhappy, or you don't have to remain in an unhappy state. So it's kind of, this card is asking you to sort of reclaim your power of happiness. The quality of your emotion, of your emotional life, is really up to you. It's your perspective and how you see things. So this card is asking you to plan a little more joy in your life, some happy activities, to let go of negativity, be self-empowered, and to remember that you are the director of your destiny, and you can choose joy if you want to. Okay, that's the direction the reading is going in. Let's see where the tarot is taking us. The first column is where you find yourself at the time of the new moon. Or if you are consciously beginning something new, it will show up here in this column. The second column is you and what you're doing, what you're thinking, how you're behaving, how you're feeling. I think you're feeling a little tired. You might not be getting enough sleep. Okay. That's interesting. And the last column is probable outcome. Probable because some things we can change. Forewarned is forearmed. And some things we have come here to experience. We chose to experience them, or have these experiences as we landed on this planet, or before we landed on this planet. And it's always for our growth, though. It may not seem like it at the time, but in hindsight, or if you look for the lesson, you'll certainly find it, and that will help to change things around. Now, you've got some very physical cards here. You have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is an offer of some sort. It's usually financial or physical material. And you have the Queen of Pentacles, and you do have 3 Pentacle cards here. So material takes precedence here. Yeah, because everything else is pretty scattered. But it does feel very mundane because they're all minor arcana and a couple of court cards. There can be a Queen of Pentacles around you. who's offering you something. This is going to be somebody who may be square in features. You can check their jaw, their nose, their forehead, their hands for a squareness physically. Personality-wise, they are very often people who are looking for stability in their life, be it physical health stability, so they can make good dietitians, Ayurveda, physical therapists, that sort of thing, trainers. Or they can be good with money, so accountants, office managers, gardeners, things, working with things of the earth. Okay. And this is maybe somebody who is offering you something, and it's a very firm offer, but there can also be procrastination behind this, especially if you are the Queen of Pentacles, but you're not. You're the King of Wands. So the Queen of Pentacles is definitely somebody outside of yourself. Timing is really important with the Knight of Pentacles. He knows when to reap, he knows when to sow, he knows when to harvest. Well, that's reaping. Okay, and you have another personality here, which is the Page of Wands. This can be somebody who's at a distance, or it can be somebody who behaves immaturely, or it can be a young person. The Page of Wands is associated with Sagittarius. This is associated with Aquarius for me. So you have air and fire here. Now the Page of Wands is very philosophical type. Their motto is, even when I'm wrong, I'm right. So that's because they really, really believe in their philosophy. The problem is they just expect you to believe it too. So, but it is the student card, and it is learning something. So perhaps you can be learning something at this time. It can be an offer of tutelage. It can be an offer to help you to understand something, because it's a student, but it can also be a student of life. It doesn't have to be somebody going to school per se. But if it is, perhaps you're looking into colleges or new schools or that sort of thing for a child. I'm going to pull one more for that here. So there's some learning involved. Okay, that's really nice. This is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It's having faith in yourself. These are the couple of the Two of Cups that have grown and matured. So this is an emotional maturity card. But it is having faith, and that has something to do with emotional maturity, according to the tarot. On the negative side, which I don't really see any negative aspects here, it is seeing things through rose-colored glasses. It is Mars in Pisces, and so sometimes we can shirk our responsibilities when this card comes up, and that can have something to do with a little bit of procrastination with the Knight of Pentacles. We know we've got something to do here. It may involve this Queen of Pentacles and this Page of Wands, but maybe the Page of Wands is saying, let go of your responsibility, come out and play and have a great time with me. That's also possible here. Okay, so there can be even a couple that's saying, let go of some responsibility, we'll deal with it later, let's go enjoy the holidays, right? In the States, it's Independence Day. So that can be something that's going on here. For others, it can just be, let's take a weekend away, and even though you've got this thing pending, or you've got things to do, you've got responsibilities, why don't we let that go for a weekend, and we'll enjoy ourselves and have some fun. You, however, have some worry about that. Perhaps you're not sleeping very well. You could be quite tired. Overthinking is very probable here. With the Nine of Swords, we can let a thought get away from ourselves that may or may not be true. And so this card asks you to do something very physical. You certainly have the opposite energy for it, the King of Wands. This may be somebody that you're considering or worried about. but you can be behaving as a King of Wands, which is associated with Aries for me. Very fiery, very passionate, very stubborn. It is the ram. Um, so kind of hard-headed. The King of Wands is a bit of a know-it-all. Um, they can be highly, highly, highly independent. Okay. So you have the Magician card with that. The Magician and the King of Wands. That can be very stubborn energy, and it can also be manipulative energy. So be careful about manipulating people and situations negatively. You can also manipulate things in a good way. There's good magic, right? Positive for everyone, happy ending for everyone. But I would say be careful of manipulation. And I say that because the Nine of Swords is a negative card. It is somewhat negatively aspected here, and it was kind of my feeling as it came up. But you're also starting something new. This is the manifestation card. This is your concept and your vision of something. And it's very possible that your concept and your vision, you're overthinking it. Now, decisions should be made against your original concept or vision. You want to keep that in mind because that's what you're focusing on. And it can be very watered down if you start to change things, if you start to veer off of that path. No, so you just have to really be clear that your vision has changed and not try and go back to it. So the Magician is really about that vision, that initial concept that you had, especially with the King of Wands here, because the King of Wands, it's a trailblazer, right? They just go in. That's a bit of a problem with the King of Wands, though. They may leap before they look, right? And then they end up regretting it and having to go back and do it over again, or something wasn't right. Or very often, and sometimes it does work out, but maybe you just have to work extra hard because you didn't factor in a step, or factor something in because you didn't think about it before you did it. So do be careful where that's concerned. The outcome is the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Looks like you're going to go out and enjoy yourself anyway, but you still have the Four of Pentacles, so you're holding on to something. So let's say you shirk your responsibilities, right, with that Ten of Cups. You're kind of worried about it and holding on to it even though you're out, and you're thinking to yourself, let's say you do go out and enjoy the 4th of July, but you still have work on your brain. And so everybody around you is enjoying life and having fun, and maybe you're acting like it, but you're still kind of busy in your head with work. You're not fully there yet, just enjoying life. But it can also be that you get your work done with the Four of Pentacles and then you go out and enjoy yourself. That's also possible here, because Four of Pentacles is the sun in Capricorn, and Capricorn is very much about empowerment, empowering themselves, empowering others. But I do see you're going to enjoy some time out with some friends, maybe some females that you really like. But that Three of Cups is a celebration. It's the joie de vivre. It's the joy of life. And that's where, joyous fun comes in, right? It is not all work and no play. There has to be a happy balance here. Two of Cups, there is a partnership and union and possible romance, and it is two people who are very different, but they share something that there is a desire that is mirrored that kind of connects them. So these are the Two of Cups here, the two people in here that have emotionally matured. So it feels kind of newish to me, this Two of Cups. But it can be partnerships of all kinds. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can just be partnering up with your best friends. And who knows, maybe you meet somebody while you're out and about with your girlfriends or friends or family members, whatever. Like I said, it is holiday in the next 2 weeks. And this is interesting. What the Spirit wants you to know. Aspiration. And it's number 1, so it goes very well with the Magician card. What do you aspire to? What is your concept? What is your vision? You are unlimited, so aim for the stars. So that's what I mean by you're quite busy here, and you do seem to take some time out, but you bring with you, you're kind of still holding on to this situation here. Um, if you meet somebody, perhaps it is that is it what you envisioned, right? Is it what you really, really want, kind of energy? Okay. I hope that's been helpful. Thank you for listening. It's a good reading, I think. Looks very positive, except for your worry, right? Worry and holding on to something. But you'll probably get a handle on that. You're highly intense, Scorpio. Thank you for listening. I hope it's been helpful. I will return in 2 weeks with a full moon reading. Thank you for listening. Your viewage is appreciated. Bye for now.